You have a new book here. Is this your first book?
No, I wrote another book.
Another book. There's a book. It's a memoir called Nevertheless. Okay, there you are now, and here you are back in the Jack Ryan days on the back.
This guy, the guy that shot this picture,
yeah,
he shot both pictures 30 years apart. The same guy, a friend of mine, Michael.
Wow. Did you get a break the second time because it was like a twofer sort of situation?
We put a lot of Vaseline on the lens the second time, that's for sure.
Why a memoir? You're only 59 years old. What are you trying to remember at this point?
I'm afraid, exactly. I'm afraid I won't have the memory or the energy for it 20 years from now. But like, I thought to myself, well, I still have a few shards of memory and energy left. I'll do it now.
Now, obviously, I've already read the book, but in case I haven't, it goes without saying that I read all the books.
Yeah,
I read all the books.
That's what I love about you.
Yeah, oh yeah, but this one was so easy to read.
Guys.
It just passed right through. Now, like you'd greased it. Are there like confessions in here? Are there things you just wanted to get out in here? Like,
which was your favorite confession?
Oh, I think it was that. Hold on. I think it was the key party with Gayle King.
Yeah,
I think that was.
It was a good one.
You and Charlie Rose. Now, no, but do you want to like? Are you really getting things out about your life? Like, let me tell you the story before somebody else rumors about it.
This is so bogus, but I talk about things I never talked about public before in there.
Why is that bogus?
Well, I'm just meaning, just because it sounds like I'm trying to sell books. Yeah. No, but I mean, I talk about, I had a problem with drugs and things like that when I was younger. I was very young.
I gotta ask you something here, and this is a little bit of a personal question, is that, I've been a fan of yours for years, and I've admired your career. Obviously, this is the real Jack Ryan, not Harrison Ford. This is the real Jack Ryan. Please come on the show, Harrison. But you famously yelled at a paparazzo out there on the street one day.
Yes.
More than one time, right? Okay.
Was I on drugs then, is what you're asking?
I don't know. No, that's not what I care. Be on drugs or not be on drugs, that's your own life. But what I didn't understand was sometimes you seem like an angry guy. But you're handsome, you're extremely talented, you're wealthy, you have a beautiful wife, you have children, you have a great career. What made you angry? What was the anger?
Well, the only time, the times I've been angry in my life, which you can count them on one hand, really. There's only been 5 of them in my whole life. And there just happen to be a lot of cameras nearby when I get angry. It's terrible.
Okay.
And this one guy who was a paparazzi was coming out of, we were coming out of our apartment, and he was walking backwards. This is a true story. And he tripped and fell on a baby in a stroller, our neighbor's baby. And he sat on the baby in the stroller. And that upset me. That upset me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got upset.
Mm-hmm. So you're not an angry person?
No, I don't think I am, no.
Okay.
I don't think I am.
I accept that. I accept that.
But I think that my favorite was this cop gets me when we had this whole problem with this paparazzi. And he says to me, he goes, Mr. Baldwin, I know people say you have a tough time controlling your temper and getting control of yourself. But I want to say I think you do a very good job. So when I think of what you could have done to this guy, if we didn't show up, a half an hour ago. But I think you make a very good point, which is I had to learn once again with my wife and my kids not to make certain mistakes because it only adds to their problems. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Like the camera guys come now and I just ignore them, but they used to bother me.
Well, you're eldest, right? You're the eldest of 6?
I have an older sister. I'm the oldest son.
The oldest son. So 2 girls, 4 boys.
Right.
Okay. Big Irish Catholic family.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever think about being a priest?
I did. In my family, I was told the oldest son of an oldest son in an Irish Catholic family is supposed to become a priest. And I did think about it for a while, I really did.
My family's tradition was every child was asked to consider holy orders. You had to give it some serious thought.
And did you?
Well, yeah, sure.
For how long?
I don't know, I was an altar boy, and I kind of wanted to be an actor, and that's kind of like a priest,
it's
right?
Weird, yeah.
I thought there was kind of, because there's a stage and there's an audience there. But I didn't like that they're not allowed to applaud, They're not allowed to applaud at the end of Mass. Like, well, you nailed it! Woo! You transubstantiated it! I heard a rumor just recently from one of my producers that you went on a date with Jacqueline Onassis.
Okay, now, I need a drink before we talk about this.
Let's sell some books.
My friend Jim Hart, who was married to Carly Simon, calls me up and says, do you want to come to see Dancing at Lunasa? And you're going to come to our apartment, and we're going to have a quick al fresco meal, 6:30. Don't be late.
Al fresco means naked, right?
Yeah, right. It's in the book. Read the book.
Yeah, exactly.
If you read the book,
sell some paper.
It's
right
vividly
here.
right there. But the point is, I go there. And he goes, it was going to be you, me, Carly, and a mystery guest. And we're there at 6:30. I go, we'll arrive a little early. And 6:30 comes around, and in walks Jacqueline Kennedy.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was there. And, but it was definitely not a date.
Come on.
Nobody had to go. Nobody, please.
Come on.
What would Jacqueline Kennedy want with me?
You're not a priest. You're not a priest. And let me tell you, she wasn't a nun.
Jacqueline Kennedy we have dinner with her. But the funny thing was, she said to me, she did speak the way people kind of imitate her. She goes, my driver, bodyguard, John, is downstairs, and there's a lot of paparazzi there, and I don't want us to be photographed, so I'm going to go downstairs and get in my car with John, and we're going to go to the theater separate from you, and you and Carly and Jim can get in your car. So literally, Carly, Jim, and I put wigs on and big sunglasses so they didn't know.
Wigs? So they didn't know which one of you was Jacqueline Onassis?
What? Yeah, I'm Jacqueline Onassis, see? So, but we go to she goes in her car, and she sat in front of us. We didn't really sit together. Does that sound like a date to you?
Yeah.
It was a date.
Yeah. It sounds like a date to me. I didn't go on very good dates when I was younger. Yeah. That's why.
You had fun dates.
We got to take a little break right here, but I'd like to talk to you when you come back. I've always wanted to act with you. I've always.
Can we make that happen?
I don't know. We'll find out when we come back. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back with Alec Baldwin.